Today we're going to be going over a great football IQ quiz to test your knowledge of the game. Now, how this football IQ quiz is going to go, you guys, is I'm going to show whether it's like a clip of or not a clip, but like a drawing of a wide receiver versus DB look. We're going to get into later a couple different coverages on this whiteboard. I'm going to ask you guys a series of questions about the looks, about the coverages, and then give you a chance to pause the video, think about your answer, and then we're going to talk about why your answer is right or wrong. So this first one's a little bit different than what we normally do. We're going to be going over a route situation versus a specific DB coverage. So right here is the center, that's the quarterback, this is the left side of the field. So we have a receiver who's lined up close to the hash, like almost in the slot. So versus this coverage look, this is the sideline, this is the hash. That's all I'm going to tell you. Versus this coverage look right here. So this coverage look, this is the receiver, that's the DB, sideline, hash. How would you run a 10-yard corner route? So I'm going to draw that on the whiteboard right here. 10-yard corner. How would you guys run a 10-yard corner versus that specific press coverage look? So you guys can go ahead and pause the video and think about your answer. Now, fellas, before we get into the answer of the first question of our IQ quiz, if you're a football player and you want to put on some size this offseason, protein consumption is one of the most important things that you guys can have in your diet. You want to try to consume 1 gram of protein per pound of desired body weight. So if you're like 150 pounds and you want to get to 165, you got to try to consume 165 grams of protein a day. That's what helped me the most as a player gain weight in the off season. So that's hard to do without some type of protein supplement. That's why me and my brother developed a supplement company called AG Labs, where we made a line of protein powder, creatine, other supplements to help athletes improve in the off season, improve their skin, improve their game, their athleticism, and put on size. So guys, check out that very first link in the description below if you want one of the best tasting protein powders on the market. We have multiple flavors. This is our cinnamon snickerdoodle flavor. We also have chocolate peanut butter brownie, but our proteins are selling out extremely fast, and we appreciate all the support from you guys. So guys, if you use the promo code FIRST25, FIRST25 at checkout, you get 25% off your protein order. Now, first things first, you guys, whenever we're discussing like a route, we have to identify the leverage of the DB, and I guess you could say like the coverage of the DB where we're at, based off the route we're running. So we're running a 10-yard corner. So first things first, since the quarterback is over here, center's over here, we know this DB is an outside leverage. So his goal playing outside leverage, and he's smart to play outside leverage. Whenever he's playing outside leverage, generally he's expecting an outside breaking route, and he'll probably have some type of safety help over the middle of the field, right? So as a receiver, just because I have an outside breaking route, that doesn't mean that I'm just going to go force this release to the outside, because the second I try to do that, that DB is disciplined. He's not going to let us get to the outside. What we have to do is make him think I am doing this. So maybe giving some type of quick jab move to the outside to get that DB to hold his leverage. We call that attacking the leverage. So we attack his leverage, get him to hold, and we want to take an inside release on this corner and then break up to the top. Now, the reason why I do that, you guys, and our goal with this is because we can't force a release to the DB's leverage. If we do that, my corner route is going to end up here. I'm going to be breaking this thing off, and I'm going to have no room to the sideline for my quarterback. We have to give the quarterback space to be able to throw us open. So we want to attack that leverage, hold the DB, take what he gives me to the inside, and my goal always is to stack the DB, where he is trailing behind me all the way up to the break point. Maybe I give him a good fake to the inside, and then I end up running my corner. So if that is what you guys said, take the inside release, attack his leverage off the ball, and work to stack, that would be 100% correct. So now the next question on our football IQ quiz is going to be based on a defensive coverage. So I'm going to drop a defensive coverage on this whiteboard right now versus a 2x2 offensive formation, and I'm going to give you guys a chance to pause the video and think about what type of coverage it might be. So it's going to be 2 deep safeties. So we're going to have a free safety right here, and then obviously we're going to have a strong safety right here. Then what we're going to have is we're going to have a corner down here, an outside shade press on that X wide receiver. We're going to have a will linebacker lined up head up on the slot. The Mike is going to be lined up head up on the running back. Then we're going to have a Sam backer lined up head up on the slot receiver, and then a corner lined up with outside leverage on the Z receiver. Now all 4 of these defenders, the corner, the will, the Sam, and this opposite corner here, all have eyes eyes on their wide receivers. So guys, I want you to go ahead and pause the video. So hold on, let me drop a defensive front. So it's gonna be 4 down defensive linemen. So I want you guys to go ahead and pause the video and think about your answer. What coverage is this? Now, if you guys said a 2-man coverage, you would be 100% correct. So the giveaway is we have 2 high deep safeties. Now that can mean a few things. That can mean cover 2, cover 4, cover 6. Like I said, it can mean a lot of things. But what gives away that it's 2-man is the man coverage look that we have underneath, right? Just because these corners are outside leverage, you guys, anytime a corner plays outside shade press, his goal is to funnel you to the inside where he has safety help. And in this case, we obviously have safety help. So that's fine, but this is still man coverage. Head up, eyes on the slot receiver. That tells me that it's man. The mic is going to be manned on my running back. We have man coverage right here, and we have man coverage right here. So a defense will run this in like an obvious like passing down situation. Maybe it's 3rd and long. Maybe the offense is playing from behind and they know they have to pass the ball. So what's weak against this coverage is obviously like underneath routes, like maybe drags, running back running a choice route, quarterback run, because nobody's accounting for the quarterback here, but we're not getting a heavy pass rush. We have some time. Just deep routes is what we don't want to do versus a 2-man defense. But again, they'll do this in obvious passing situations. Now, same thing as question number 2, you guys. We're going to draw up a defensive coverage and then ask you what coverage you think it might be based on what we draw. So this is going to start out, as a 2 high safety defense. So we got a free safety, then a strong safety lineup right here. We're going to have a corner who is off, Will backer, Mike backer. Sam backer is going to be very wide from the Mike backer. So what's going to end up happening, you guys, is that this free safety on the snap of the ball, so this is a little bit of a post-snap read, but I'm going to try to draw it the best we can. He's going to rotate to the middle of the field. This strong safety is going to rotate down here between the Mike and between the Sam. And then obviously we have 4 down linemen right here. So guys, I want you to go ahead and pause the video and think about what coverage this might be. Now I know some of you probably didn't get this, but this is going to be a cover 3 buzz defense. So anytime you see a word attached to cover 3, there's 3 words that we're looking for: sky, buzz, and cloud. So sky is when the strong safety rolls down and he's the furthest outside defender, and that means he's in charge of the flats. Cover 3 cloud would be we start out in 2 high safeties, but the corner presses this outside receiver and he plays the flats. Cover 3 buzz is where the linebacker, the Sam backer, is in charge of the flats. Strong safety rolls down and plays hook to curl here, flats over here, deep third, he's got his deep third, and then this corner over here is dropping to his deep third. So that would be a cover 3 buzz defense, you guys. Reason why defenses will run this is they leave this gap of space, so maybe it baits the quarterback into throwing like a quick slant or a quick post, and that safety's right there to ultimately make a play. So make sure you're looking for this on film when you are studying a team to see if they come out in a cover 3 buzz look to disguise what they're doing.